Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. You're watching Live from Lady's Lens. Hope you like what you see and you spin the block, guys. I cannot for the life of me believe that I'm turning 24 in less than a month. Like, I'm trying, I'm bargaining with this thought and it's not landing. I simply can't believe it. Usually, leading up to my birthday, I have a very reflective time where I think about my past year, plan my next year, and just look at my life as a whole, honestly, leading up to this point. I do this normally by means of like journaling, but now because I have a YouTube channel, y'all can get involved in the fun. So, welcome to a couple lessons learned before 24. Crazy scary, I know. Alright, first things first, let me tell you something for free. Time is going to pass no matter how you spend it. If you want to waste your time, if you want to procrastinate your life away, a lot of things are going to pass you. A lot of opportunities, a lot of things are going to pass you. You need to know when to shut out all the noise, all the self-doubt, all the anything that is holding you back and holding you away from achieving something, working towards something, whatever that might look like for you or the next person. Shut that out, because a year from now you're either going to have that degree or you're not. You're either going to have that body, that banging body that you want, or you're not. You're either going to have that skill or you're not. And the only thing that's standing between you and said goal is you, babe. Win the morning, win the day. There's something about starting earlier and just getting ahead of your thoughts, because you have those days where it's just like, I don't want to do that thing. But the reality is you have to get up and do something, and I think it's best to do it in the morning. Don't save things for later in the night. You're setting yourself up for failure. This one is not my favorite lesson, but I learned it nonetheless. Not everything needs a reaction. Plain and simple, not everything needs a reaction. Sometimes you just need to shut it and you need to keep it pushing. As hard as that might be sometimes. This one I learned from a book that I read called Battlefield of the Mind by Joyce Meyer. I'll put it on the screen. This was a very good book and it was a very important book. I read it about a year ago and very important. So many lessons in that book. 100% recommend that you read that one. I learned the weapons against those strongholds. That's prayer, praise, and the word of God. Those three, that combination. And it might be hard to get into it in the beginning, because getting into the word, especially reading the Bible from cover to cover, it's not an easy task. It's quite a difficult book to read, but getting into the habit of turning to that book when life gets a bit tricky and a bit, that is what is going to save your life every single time. I've just had to clean my spectacles. They were literally so fuzzy. I couldn't really see. If I knew better, I would have done better. I think this lesson is very important for the moment in your life where you decide you have to forgive yourself for things that you did when you did not know better. Sometimes it's as simple as that. You didn't know better. You just did what you could. Sometimes you're just in survival mode, but you need to forgive yourself and you need to move on. You cannot hold things against yourself for the rest of your life. That's just not how a healthy relationship with yourself is supposed to work. So if you knew better, you would have done better. Forgive yourself. Give yourself some grace. This is very important to me, and I think I would encourage everybody who doesn't already do this, but regularly practice gratitude. Get into the habit of noticing even the smallest of things in your life that are going well, that you're good at, that you're proud of, that you're grateful for, and thank God for those things. Keep on thanking Him. Just give thanks to the Lord, for He is good. Be grateful while you're preparing for the things that you're asking for and wishing for and praying for. Be grateful for what you have. Very, very important. Choices add up. Now, the girls might not like this one, but doing everything for the plot sometimes is going to just set you back. Take 2 steps forward, 10 steps back, because you're constantly looking for this thrill. You're chasing this excitement in your life and you're just doing things just to do it, but your choices add up. You make a bad choice today, and then another bad choice tomorrow, and another bad choice after that. You're going to end up feeling like you have a bad life. And sometimes that's not the case. It's just the choices that you're making. They're leading you to a not so good place. Comparison is the thief of joy. Oh my gosh. I wish I could run to the high school version of me, grab her, and hold her like this. Kiribona. Comparison is the thief of joy. There are so many things that could have been so much better if it was not paired up with a bit of comparison to my peers, to people on social media, to beauty standards, whatever the case. Like, I could have just enjoyed things a lot more. Jeez, mate. Write it down. My goodness, literally write it down. Get a journal, get a diary, an exam pad, guys, a piece of paper, a whiteboard, anything, but write it down. Write your ideas down, write your goals down, your to-do list. Just write it down, especially if you have a lot going on in your mind all the time. Like, just slow things down to make things easier so that you're not always in remembering mode. Oh my gosh, I think I'm forgetting something. Oh my gosh, wasn't I supposed to do? Just write it down. Just write it down. A problem written down is a problem half solved. You got that one from me, okay? Life happens for you, not to you. Ooh, girl, this one hit me like a bus. Oftentimes we go through things, right? Let's say you have a little situation, maybe to fall out with a friend or whatever the case, and it just feels like, oh my gosh, like life just never works in my favor. I'm always losing friends. I'm always this, I'm always that. The whole time you don't know. Life is happening for you. There's something about that friend that is potentially going to hold you back in the next season of life. So God is removing this situation from you right now. It's all happening for you. All things happen together for the good of those who believe. Amen. Don't let me get into preachy mode. Don't let me go there. The fear is bigger than the event itself. Sometimes you're just worried for nothing. Sometimes that thing's gonna go well. That interview, it's gonna go well. That conversation, it's gonna go well. Those plans, they're going to go well. But the doubts, the fear, the oh my gosh, the worry, it's so much bigger than the event itself. 9 times out of 10, I'll tell you, I apply this one a lot. 9 times out of 10, you're just going through something twice by worrying about it the first time. Let's say it does go bad. Now you've worried about it for 24 hours. Then you went through it. You just went through it twice. Relax. The fear is bigger than the event itself. You fail to plan, the plans fail. Simple as that. Time management, important. Writing things down, important. Just have a plan in your mind. If you have an idea, how are you going to achieve this? If you have a goal, what steps do I need to take to get to that goal? Have a plan. And let it be broken down into smaller steps. Don't overwhelm yourself. If you plan something thoroughly and you just go according to the plan, you'll be pasharsh. Be mindful of how you speak to yourself. Negative self-talk, out the window. Get rid of it today, because what you tell your mind is just going to keep on repeating that to you, even when you don't want to believe that anymore. And that's how we get stuck in cycles. That's how we get stuck in these seasons of I'm not good enough, self-worth absolutely depleted, because your mind is repeating all the things that it heard you say. Careful. Be very careful. The mind, too powerful. And I'm going to go back to that book. Read that book, Battlefield of the Mind. And I'm reading another one now called Power of the Mind. The mind is too powerful, controls too many things. Be careful. Mom was right. Okay, she was. All that advice about friends, about going out, about drinking, about this, about that, she was absolutely right. She had a reason. There's too much going on outside. There's danger. There are predators. There's a lot going on, and a lot of the times mom is just trying to protect you. But she was right. She was right. It was the tone, but she was right. Earth to high school level, you don't need a million friends. You don't. You simply do not need a million friends. Just have your 1-2 good friends, solid friends. You can trust them. You have good experiences with them. They hold you down, you hold them down, and then just keep it pushing. Everybody else can just be people that you know, people whose company you enjoy, but it's not everybody is your friend. Not everybody and their uncle is your friend. Okay? You don't need 1,000 friends. You don't. That's why you were right, eh? Monata how feel. Take that break. Put your dancing shoes up sometimes and take that break. Relax. Let FOMO not keep you in a chokehold. Monate haofeli. When you decide to go back outside that one random Thursday, trust me, the clubs will be open. Monate haofeli. Chill, relax, pull yourself towards self when you need to. Okay? Then also focus on the books. Stay here. People are experiences, not positions. This is so important, guys, when it comes to dating, when it comes to friendships. You're not going to own every single person that comes into your life. Learn how to detach. Learn how to let go. Learn how to realize, okay, this was super fun, enjoyable, loved it here, but time is up and I have to pack my things and go. That thing of trying to hoard people and just hold on to them with your entire life, sometimes you ruin yourself. You actually just ruin yourself. Now you don't know who you are anymore because I just experience the person, keep it pushing. Yeah, people deserve more grace. Like, they actually just deserve more grace. You don't know what the next person is going through, and you might never know. They might never ever tell you. They might never give you signs. But you don't know what type of reality that person is going home to every night. You have no clue. Give people some grace. Be kind to people where you can. Try and hold off from negative comments, unnecessary things, unsolicited advice. Those just let people be sometimes. If you know anything about healing, folks, you know that thing is not linear. You think you're just gonna, oh yeah, I feel better, oh, I'm healed. No, it's actually gonna do one of these and it's not gonna make sense. But you have to trust the process and you have to trust yourself. Just trusting that you're putting in the work and that you're actually committed to this process of becoming a better version of yourself after this. Commit to that and you'll heal. But it is anything but linear. To all the narcissists out there, hi, I'm speaking to you. Time passing is not an apology. Don't let anybody on this earth try and make you believe that time passing is an apology. No. Anyway, guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and this was a very interesting way to introspect and see if I've actually been paying attention to this life thing and the lessons that it brings.